Okay, so I was sitting on here trying to think about like what's a real attention grabbing intro, but not cringy and the typical YouTube intro. And after about 15 minutes, I've given up. So, hey, it's a good massage tour. Messiah Mondays are back, but it might not be every Monday. It might not even really be every week. It might not be a Monday at all. It might just be like any day that I feel like posting a video, but we call it Messiah Mondays. Which, I know you're probably fussing in the back there like, that's how it was anyway. We just used to lie to ourselves. And now, we stepping into the truth. This is a safe space for us to do what we want, how we want, when we want. And I feel like sometimes those spaces are necessary. But it's kind of cool that this is a thing I choose to do. So I could also choose to not do it. And I could also choose to do it on a Tuesday or a Friday. And you know what? I could choose to still call it Messiah Monday. So if you like that space and you want to join my we do whatever we want to do, however we want to do it, whenever we want to do it crew, subscribe. So today is going to be a commentary video. I got introduced to a show that I did not know existed, and I was like, huh? So I was watching this other commentary YouTuber. What is his name? Emergency. So I was listening to Emergency, and he was hyping up this teen drama series on Netflix that he said did not do the regular cringy depiction of Gen Z in the writing. Now, I don't know if you all have noticed, but even the best shows, the best teen drama shows from 2019 to now, 2018 to now, they've been good because the plots have been good, but the lines have been like, Doug, we don't talk like that. The name of it is Heartbreak High, and I just want to make a disclaimer that it's an Australian show, which is this is I can't talk, English is hard. This is the first Australian show that I have ever watched. I watched the Brits get down, I watched the Americans get down, right? I even watched the French and the Spanish get down, okay? But never the Australians. So I was like, well, I like this. I think it is a reboot of an older show.
Oh, right, Jurassic.
I'll pull your head in.
Jurassic! Thank you very much. The detention room now. Quickly.
But I could be wrong, so I don't know. Anyways, so let's get into what Heartbreak High is, and the last disclaimer before we get into it. And I'm so sorry that I didn't just hop straight into it like we usually do. But guys, sometimes I be having things to say, and I think it's valid. I just want to say, I really want you to watch this show. So this commentary might have a part 2 for after you've watched it, because there's a lot of stuff I won't touch on or talk about or react to because it might be too big of a spoiler. However, this video will have spoilers. But just the kind of spoilers that's enough to be like, I wanna see. Now we could get into the video.
I forgot how much I hated it here.
It is our typical high school drama show. We have our main character. She has a friend group. It's not like Mean Girls clique type thing, but come on. You can't really escape the hierarchy. It just is what it is, right? So we have the main ingredients of high school. It really never changes.
Hey, Emery. How your holidays?
Yeah, fine.
Cool.
Another thing that we have in this Netflix series, which I think we have in every Netflix series these days, is queer representation. Those who like it, those who don't like it. We're not really here to get into that. I'm just telling you, there is queer representation in the show. So we have Darren, and I think he's probably the funniest character in the show because he's also pretty real and blunt with it. Another cool thing that we have in this series is the representation of the autistic community. I know that's an entire spectrum, but I like the representation I was given in this show specifically. But here's where the plot thickens. So our main character, Anne-Marie, our main character, Anne-Marie, has a best friend named Harper. But does she really have a best friend named Harper?
Okay, Harper, I don't get it.
Of course you don't.
Well, then tell me.
Get off me!
Because all we really see of this best friend is like flashbacks, like, oh my gosh, yeah, we're so good, da 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 da, right? But in the present day, you know what, before I get into that, let me tell you what her and her best friend did. That's because this is the entire plot of the show. They painted a map on the wall of the entire school's sexual history. Their sexual activity. Who did what with who? Different stuff meant different things. Who didn't do that, but they did this and da 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 da. Lines connecting every man jack to each other. Sir.
Oh, shit. Don't judge you off.
Sir, come on. And yes, we could all guess it. The teachers find it. And that's where the show really begins, because now the teachers feel like they really have to step in and take a stand and, you know, really rectify the frivolous sexual behavior of these young people.
The risk-taking behaviours outlined on this map are unacceptable.
Right, cool. But what I really wanted to say is, in the show, in the present day, even though Amory and Harper are the best friends that did this whole thing, this girl Harper does not like Amory.
Why are you doing this? What's wrong with you?
And Amory is like, girl, we hung out last week and you punched me in my face this week. Like, what did I do? I was there like, what did you do? Because clearly it has to be very bad. Because why did she sucker punch you? That was so unprovoked. We didn't even see the fallout. And then the fallout can't be that drastic, because if it was drastic, she would know what she did. But she's confused. And she got cuffed in her face. That was funny and like intriguing. So we continue to watch. Like, what did Amory do that made Harper so upset and go bold? So like I mentioned before, we have the staple element of the crush that doesn't know you exist. For Amory, this is Dusty. Some spoilers are gonna come here. Nothing too drastic, but some spoilers are gonna come here. Our main character's goal in this journey is to get this guy. Now that's not her main goal. She wants everybody to stop hating her, because she took the fall for the map, and now most of the people who are on the map everybody on the map has to, you know, do the sex ed class basically. Alright, so they don't like it, and that's the main issue right now. Amory made everyone have to do this extra class, so everybody hates her. So now she's like ostracized, outcast, her friend group hates her, her best friend cuff her in her face, and her crush doesn't know she exists. So that's what we're navigating. But she really wants this crush to, you know, start to like her, and he's being nice. So there's a moment where we're like, are we gonna get the crush?
It may feel better when you give it to me, so.
Thanks.
And so we're all like, yeah, happy days, moments, look in the eyes, almost kiss get interrupted. Come on, next scene had to be getting jiggy. It does not get jiggy.
I just want to give a shout out to someone special in the audience. There she is. Hey, Harper.
Oh, she might not have enjoyed what happened next, but a man like me, the viewer, I live for the mess. Like, baby girl, okay, I get it, right? So you and your best friend fall out, you cover in your face, you shave off your hair, you're so tortured. I feel you. But do you have to go with the person she's been crushing on for her entire life? So at that point, I was like, I don't care what is the secret thing Amory did to have you upset. I am on Amory's side. Because you trifling. I can't, you know, but you're trifling. Now it's pretty much in the open that Dusty and Harper sitting on a tree doing, I don't even know what to spell, because I don't think it was KISSING, but they are a thing now, which is such a violation.
It's pretty obvious I'm into you, Harper. You're an amazing person, and I want us to hang out more. but I'm not going to push it if you're not into it. Anyway, that's kind of all I wanted to say.
No, when it was a violation, Harper's like, you know what? I need to straighten this up with my friend. But I hated this scene. And here's why I hated this scene. Because all this time, Maria's been asking, what did I do? What did I do? Why are you upset? Harper's like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. So finally, the cards flip and it's like, Harper did something that is a direct violation of the bro code, even though they're not bros, right? So Harper's feeling guilty. She wants to come back to our main character and be like, yo, I'm sorry. Or, not really I'm sorry, but that's not how it happened. It kind of just happened. I hate that it kind of just happened. So you just fall into him and he just fall into you. Right? It could never just happen.
Me hooking up with Dusty, I didn't do that to hurt you. It just happened. And I get why it looked bad. Sorry.
It's in the house. Just watch it.
All this dumb boy shit doesn't matter. We can just forget about it. We'll start again.
I didn't come here to be friends.
So you're just here to make yourself feel better?
And that upset me. That upset me so much. Because you came and then she was the bigger person and forgave. She was like, you know what, it's fine. Let's not... She more mature than me. Because even if I didn't like the man anymore, I was probably gonna drag you. As maybe like in a figurative sense, because I'm very petite and I might not be able to like drag you, but I would drag you in whatever way I can, right? Because that's just a disrespect. And disrespect is not condoned. And you know what Harper has to say? Well, you saw it. Harper is there like, I'm not saying we could be friends. And I'm really like, yo, so you come here just to make yourself feel better, which I think is the most accurate line I've ever heard. Call it for what it is. Nah, that was real disgusting. I didn't like that at all. I didn't like that at all. The mystery and plot twist and reveal of what happened that made Harper into who she is actually really good. I'm not touching it at all. I'm just telling you it is a good unfolding. It goes on throughout the series and you see flashbacks to the last time they were good and kind of what happened, and eventually it all unravels. So watch the show to figure that out. And of course our main character has to find love. So there's the new guy in town, you know, the new guy in town trope, Malachi. And Malachi is a sweetheart. And so there are some moments where we're like, that I would never feel it, no. The things that I had left behind. And so while all this is happening, the sex ed class, the besties turn to enemies and we don't know why, the trifling crush, the new love interest, our queer king Darren.
Okay, we live in this bathroom now.
And our autistic representation and just a cool character on the whole that kind of ties in that friendship and that consistent love and support, Quinny.
Good. Okay, good. Enjoy the game. I will. Good.
They are actually touching on some real issues which I personally really appreciated. I mean, every show tries to do it. But I've never seen a show do this one in particular. Women will get called into an assembly and told, this is how you protect yourself. This is what not to wear. This is where not to go. This is the kind of car not to take, right?
So now I'm going to demonstrate some simple self-defense moves.
Which I'm not saying is bad because control what you can. However, the root of the problem is not in us or any of those things because we could do all those things and it could still happen. But what do the guys be doing while we begin our lecture?
Pete, say Pete. Oh, yes, the boy!
The key to unlocking a strong mind and a strong body is health and fitness.
True.
And it's all in the palm of your hands, gentlemen.
And so it's like, it's always this huge difference where young boys are never really told, hey, don't turn into a predator, don't feed into those urges, don't disregard consent, don't let your ego get so bruised from rejection. You know, I feel like those are conversations that should be had simultaneously as we learn how to cuff them in the throat if they ever come at us, as we learn that we don't take private cars, only H cars. I think they should be in the next room learning, hello, sir. If it hurts your feelings that she said no, then this is a breathing technique you could use, because the fact that they are not really taught that, what I can really say when they grow into people who cannot process rejection, who don't understand no, and who just think that whatever desire they have could be made into a reality. Who I could really blame? Another issue that they dealt with that everybody deals with is the police brutality. They didn't have to. They didn't have to. But it was still a cool scene because it led us to. And I am going to leave this as a cliffhanger. We are currently halfway into this series based on everything I've spoken about and every clip you've seen. And this is a bit of a spoiler, but I'm not really going to say it. I'm going to kind of show it. So after Malachi, our sweetheart and love interest, the new love interest, endures the police brutality, he's kind of on his own because he pushed our main character away, Amory away. And Harper, ex-best friend, trifle in person, Harper, and Dusty, ex-crush that we wanted that went with best friend, decide, let's be there for him, let's comfort him, right? So they take him home and they kind of, you know, they're there for him, supporting him. But then why does this music start playing? And why does everything start to move like that? And I'm not gonna say no more. What is happening? What is about to happen? Our main character needs a hug. And on that note, that was Messiah Mondays with me. It's probably not even on Monday right now, but go and watch the show, because there will definitely be a part 2 to this video. Because what?